Even Steven Oil Neutralizer has a lot of fantastic uses, and I want to run through them real quick. Now, it's exactly the opposite of Awesomely Alkaline. Obviously, Awesomely Alkaline is on the alkaline side. Even Steven is on the acid side. And I did that for a very, very specific reason. You see, there's lots of skin conditions, and you don't even need to know what the skin condition is. Let's say you have a funny spot, right? Well, this funny spot, it could be affected by alkalinity, it could be affected by acidity, or it could be affected with something like a colloidal silver or a mineral. So you don't know. It's kind of like you're jerking it around both ways, and eventually whatever it is that's causing the problem could very well be harmed or damaged by whichever way you've moved it, and then the normal cells will grow back. In other words, you've removed the spot from your own skin. It's a beautiful thing. I actually designed Even Steven to remove, I had a client and she had her scalp, I have a few clients like this, their scalp actually oozes all the time. Don't know what it is, they couldn't get a diagnosis from the doctor, but just irritating. Hair was falling out. I mean, really, really bad problem. I invented Even Steven to neutralize all that acidity, and lo and behold, the hair grew back, the oozing stopped, and to this day I don't know if I just fixed a symptom or it actually got to the root of the problem and solved it. I don't know. But the fact is that hair grew back, her scalp no longer oozes, and she's happy as can be. In her particular case, she used Even Steven so often that it actually bleached the hair follicle. I've made Even Steven so incredibly powerful, and with the drivers to push it through, that it actually has the ability to bleach. And oddly enough, she and another client, they used it on their hair and it turned the hair follicle pink. Yes, pink. They don't care about the pink. They're glad to have their hair back and they can dye the hair. I just want to warn you that it is very, very powerful. Also, with Even Steven, one of the reasons, there's many, many reasons why boils can happen, but one of the reasons is that a lot of times boils happen in areas that don't get much air. So you can use Even Steven to dry out the skin and very possibly avoid an outbreak of boils. Even Steven has the same drivers in it as the other products, so it will burn because I've designed it to push it through the skin. It's certainly not going to hurt, not hurt the skin, but you're going to feel it burning. So be careful, pre-test. If it seems like it's actually doing damage, please stop. All of those things. But the fact it works very, very well. Another thing that it would be very, very beneficial for are, let's say you have skin blemishes. You got, pimples all over the place. Well, you want to dry them up just as fast as you can. And just put a small drop of Even Steven and work them. They're going to hurt. It's going to hurt, but it's going to dry them up much, much faster. And it's a fantastic use. So I'm sure it's good for all kinds of other things, but we want to hear your feedback. We want to know what you use Even Steven for, what it works well for, what it didn't work for. And once again, if you have a funny spot, use all of the products. That's the point, is to be able to work things back and forth. One last word of caution, not really caution, but just Even Steven is on the acid side, Awesomely Alkaline is on the alkaline side. If you put down, let's say, Awesomely Alkaline, and then didn't wash your face or wherever it was and then put down the other, they would neutralize each other. So just always wash your face in between. That's it for me. Please give us your feedback and let us know how it works.